Now to get our bridge location, let's start with our saddle location. Our scale length is again 645.16. We need to add 2 millimeters to that, so 647.16. So somewhere in there. All right, that little mark is our approximate location for our saddle. Now if our bridge is going to come in here about like that, then I am going to mark out this area with some tape. Now we are on to masking the bridge on the top. This is very similar to other operations that we've done. We need to get a straight line between the nut and the tail, line that up, and we want to get exactly even so we are zeroed out at the end of the fretboard. Get a straight line. We have our straight line. So I have my lines on tape so that I don't have to draw on the top any longer. Okay, that's lined up up here. I want to do this with a couple of clips so I don't move. Now I'm on the center. I have a center marked with a faint white line on my bridge. We're doing 647.16 to the front of the saddle. That is 645.16 for the scale plus 2 millimeters. And that is measured to the front of the high E saddle, right here. Not here, here. Right where it lines up with that high E. And I'm using my straight edge and a square. 647. That 0.16 is awfully difficult. Okay, so about right there. If I was 4 millimeters from the front of the bridge to the front of the saddle, then that would mean that my front of the bridge is going to be lined up at 643.16. Getting this set up correctly can feel a little convoluted sometimes because you've got to get a lot of different moving parts working correctly at once. Now I've got this in a straight line from the tail block to the nut, lined up perfectly zeroed at the nut. Now I need to line this up at 647. I've got my triangle along the straight edge, and that looks like it is exactly lined up with the front of the saddle there. So that's good. Now I'm going to double check that the bridge is square. It looks good to me. Everything is lined up. Center of the bridge is centered. That looks nice and square to me. Okay, now I draw an outline of the bridge on the masking tape. Okay, I have double and triple checked my measurements. Now what I want to do is draw a pencil outline of my bridge. Softly. I don't want to indent the top where I'm doing this. I just need a pencil outline. Okay, I can see that just fine. Now, what do I do with this? Well, I need to cut this out. The reason I'm doing this is so that I can do a finish while keeping the bridge outline intact. What's going to happen is I'm going to cut inside this bridge line that I drew. I'm going to cut inside about a 1/16, just over a 1/16. I'm going to cut the outline out. I'm going to take the tape away. And then what I'm left with is the bridge outline on the guitar top. And I can finish the guitar with that bridge outline in place. Then once the finish is done, I peel that off, and then I have a nice wood surface to glue to, and the finish is going to come underneath the bridge just a little bit so that I've got a nice surface to mate to, and that the finish seems to run underneath the bridge. Now we need to cut the bridge outline, which is why it is super important to have this outline as accurate as possible, because we're going to score a little bit of a line into the top, and if we have to move that bridge later, man, that is going to be a problem. I like to measure that 1/16 on this side where that straight cut is critical. Okay. Trying to just cut through the tape. It will score the top just a little bit, and that's okay. It won't do any damage to it. And then along this curve, we're going to have to freehand it. Okay, then a little piece here to clean up. Okay, that is our bridge outline. Last thing I need to do is get the outline of where the neck meets the guitar body. If you have glued your neck on already, this is a moot point. If you have not, this is how we want to mask off the neck. A similar process, maybe a little bit reversed. So I am taping the outside. And we'll take the neck off. Now I need to tape where the neck is going to go, and I leave about a 1/16. About a 1/16 on this side. Just going to double check. Make sure that I don't see any blue tape sticking out. Yep, that looks good to me. Now this is all masked off and ready to start French polishing. And we will start that, you guessed it, in the next video.